Hello friends, my name is Sachin Malik and in this video we are going to learn about open file. Open file is a file where neither white nor black has any pawns on it. Take a look at the F file. On the F file, white does not have any pawn and black also does not have any pawn. So we can say that F file is an open file because neither white nor black has any pawn on the F file. What about the C file? White has a pawn on C file and black also has a pawn on C file. So we can say that this is a closed file. If both white and black has pawn on a file, then it's a closed file. What about the D file? White does not have a pawn on the D file, but black has a pawn on the D file. So this file is neither open nor closed. This is semi-open file because the file is half opened. We can say that D file is semi-open file for white. What about B file? On the B file, black does not have a pawn, but white has a pawn. So this is a semi-open file for black. What is the purpose of a file? Well, the purpose of a file is to invade in opponent's territory. We can put a rook on f1 and from the f1, rook will go to f7 or f8 and attack in opponent's area. Let's look at a particular example. In this position, we are white. Can we open a file? Take a look at these pawns. If we play d cross e5, then we have an open file. After let's say f cross e5, we can put our rook on the open file and on the next move we can play rook d7 and attack in opponent's position. In this position we are white and we don't have any open file. All the files are closed. Take a look at these two pawns. If we play a cross b6, then we can get an open file for our rook. But the problem is, if we play a cross b6, after a cross b6, we have the open file, but black also has the open file. We do not have complete control over the file. So there is a better way to play in this position. Let's go back. We can first play rook a3. Idea is to first double on this file and then play a cross b6. Let's say black plays king e7. Now we can play rook to a1. Our threat is we are going to play a cross b6 and black cannot play a cross b6 because then we can capture black's rook. So black is forced to move away from the a file. Now we play a cross b6 and open the a file. A cross b6 and white has a control over the a file. And white has the control over the a file. In the next move, we can play rook a7 and invade in opponent's area. Let's look at another example. In this position, we have one open file. D file is opened because neither white nor black has any pawn on the D file. But who is controlling the D file? Both white and black has a rook on the D file. So right now, no one is controlling the D file. But we can play a move that will give us the control over the D file. We can play bishop to f6. From f6, bishop is attacking this rook. If black plays rook to c8 or rook to e8, then we get the control of the D file. And if black plays rook cross d1, then after rook cross d1, we get the control of the D file, and in the next move, we will play rook d7 attacking these pawns. Because of the control of the open file, we have the advantage in this position. In this position, black has semi-open E file and C file is completely open. But right now, no one is controlling the C file. Both sides has a rook on the C file. how can we take control of the c file? If we play rook to c5 and black plays something like king e7, then we can play rook fc1 and we can get the control of the c file. Let's go back. When we play rook c5, black will not allow us to take control of the c file, so black can play rook cross c5. Now we can play d cross c5, and now the pawn structure has changed. We get semi-open file for our rook, and we have a strong protected passed pawn on the c5 square, which is a big advantage for us. We will learn about passed pawn in the upcoming videos. White can play king d3, king d4, rook c1 and use his passed pawn. In this position, we managed to transform the advantage of open file to a protected passed pawn. Let's look at another example. In this position, we are white. What should white play? Right now, white does not have any open file in this position, but black has a semi-open f file. How should white create an open file? We can push the pawn to f4, and after the exchange of f4 and e5 pawn, we will get the open f file. Let's play f4. If black captures f4, we can play rook cross f4 check and we get the open f file. If black does not capture our pawn and plays something like king to e7, then we can take on e5 and get the f file opened. After d cross e5, we can play rook f7 check and we have the control of the open file, and that gives us the advantage in this position. In this position, we are white. How should we continue? Both sides have one open file, but right now no one is controlling this open file. White can play rook to g6. If black plays something like king f7, then we can double on the g file and that gives us the control over the g file. Let's go back. If black plays rook cross g6, then we can play f cross g6, and now the open file has been transformed into a protected pawn, which gives us an advantage. We can also use this f5 square for our knight. So white has the advantage in this position. We are white in this position. How should white play? Right now there is one open file, but no one is controlling this open file. White has a very nice tactic that will give us the control of the open file. White can play a move like rook c6, and black cannot take our rook because after that we can play d cross c6, and now if black plays queen cross c6, then b5 is a fork. So black cannot capture our c6 pawn, and black must play a move like queen to c7. Now we can just play rook c1 and protect our pawn. So we have managed to transform the open file into a passed pawn, which gives us the advantage. Let's go back. If black does not capture our rook on c6 and plays a move like rook b8, then we can play rook c1 and double on the c file, which gives us the control of the c file. So either we get the control of the c file or we get a protected passed pawn. In both the cases, white has the advantage. I hope the concept of open file is clear to you. See you in the next video.